judge did not raise his voice. He did not shout. He did not insult her with words. He did something worse. He smiled. A slow, careless smile. Then he leaned back in his chair and said, "Madam, this is a courtroom, not a drama stage." A few people laughed. That small laugh echoed louder than any scream. The woman standing alone at the center of the courtroom felt her heart sink into her chest. Her fingers tightened around the thin file in her hands. In that moment, she understood something painful. She was not just fighting a case. She was fighting disrespect, and no one in that room knew that before the day ended, the same courtroom would be forced to stand in silence because of her. Her name was Elena Brooks. She was 36 years old, a widow, a mother, a woman with no power, no money, and no connections. She worked 2 jobs, one in the morning as a school cafeteria helper, one at night as a cleaner in office buildings. The case she stood for was simple. A private company had taken her late husband's land. That land was small, but it held their home, the home where her child was born, the home where her husband took his last breath. The company claimed Elena had signed documents years ago, giving them full ownership. Elena knew she never did, but knowing the truth was not enough. She could not afford a lawyer. Every lawyer she met asked for fees she could not imagine paying, so she chose to represent herself. Across the room sat the company's legal team. 3 lawyers, clean suits, confident faces. One of them spoke smoothly. "My client followed every legal process," he said. "This woman is emotional because of personal loss." Elena tried to speak. The judge raised his hand. "One moment," he said, annoyed. "Let the professionals talk first." Elena nodded quietly. She waited. Standing there, Elena felt exposed. Every eye was on her. Some curious, some annoyed, some already convinced she would lose. She remembered the night her husband died in a road accident. The sudden call. The empty house after the funeral. She remembered holding her son and whispering, "I will protect this home." She remembered nights without sleep, reading legal papers she barely understood, watching free legal videos on an old phone with a cracked screen. She remembered walking into law offices and hearing, "Sorry, we can't help." The judge sighed loudly.
Elena.
"Madam, please don't waste the court's time," he said. "Do you even understand these documents?" A few people smiled. Elena's throat tightened. Her eyes filled with tears. For a second, she felt like a child being scolded. Small, helpless. A voice inside her whispered, "Sit down. Accept it. This world is not made for people like you." Her hands trembled. But then she looked at her son, sitting quietly in the last row, and that voice inside her changed. Elena took a deep breath. She lifted her head.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand them."
The judge looked surprised. Elena continued, "I may not speak like a lawyer, but I listen very carefully." She paused. "For the past 4 years," she said, "I have worked as a cleaner in this courthouse." Murmurs filled the room. I clean
the offices. I clean the floors. I clean the rooms where judges and lawyers sit."
The judge frowned. "And?" he asked. "And I hear things," Elena said calmly. "I read what people throw away." She opened her file. "These papers say I signed this agreement in March," she said. "But my husband was in the hospital that entire month." She showed hospital records. "These signatures don't match mine," she added. "And this stamp was issued 2 months later." The courtroom grew silent. Elena did not stop. "I learned something while cleaning this court," she said. "Justice is not about loud voices." One of the lawyers stood up. "Objection," The judge raised his hand. Then something unexpected happened. A senior judge, who had been watching quietly from the side bench, stood up. "Let her speak," he said firmly. The entire room froze. Elena continued. She explained dates. She explained inconsistencies. She explained lies. Her words were simple, her voice steady. She spoke for 20 minutes. No one interrupted her. When Elena finished, the courtroom was silent. No whispers, no smiles. The verdict came later that day. The documents were proven fake. The company was found guilty of fraud. Elena got her land and home back. The judge looked at her again. This time, there was no smile. "I misjudged you," he said quietly. "And I apologize." Elena nodded. She did not celebrate loudly. She did not cry, because this was never about winning. It was about respect. That day, the courtroom learned a lesson. Never confuse simplicity with weakness. Never ignore a voice just because it speaks softly. Elena walked out, holding her son's hand. The same doors she once cleaned now opened for her with dignity. If this story made you feel something, please like the video. If you believe respect should be equal for everyone, leave a comment below. And if you want more emotional, powerful stories like this, share, subscribe, and support the channel. Because sometimes, the strongest voices are the ones no one expects.